Hey, what's up guys? Coding Apprentice here. So today I'm going to work on the find the longest word in a string challenge. And the way it works is we're going to return the length of the longest word in the provided sentence. So we're going to have a sentence pass into our function, and we just need to return the longest word in that sentence. And here are some helpful methods that we will use. So we have the split method and the string.length. Alright, and so I have a diagram here that kind of lays out the way I thought about the problem, how I solved it. Hopefully this helps so you can see the thought process that went into solving this problem. And so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create two variables. First one is called string original. That is just basically the original inputted string sentence that we get. And then I'm going to create another variable called longest word. So this will basically hold the longest word in the sentence that we get. And second thing we're going to do is we're going to convert our inputted original string into an array. And now that it's an array, we're going to loop through it, and we're going to check if the longest word's length is bigger than the current. Oh, sorry, I wrote that twice. There we go. So we're going to check if the longest word length is bigger than the current word length that we're in, current word in the array. So if the longest word length is bigger than the current word we're on in the array, then we won't do anything. But if the current word is bigger than the longest word, then we're going to set the longest word to the current word that we're on as we're looping over. Hopefully that makes sense. And after that, we'll just return the longest word's length, because we got to return the longest word's length. So we're going to return a number. So let's get into it here. So we're going to create we're going to create that first variable, set that to our inputted string, which is str. And then we're going to do another variable, call that longest word, and we're going to set it to an empty string by default. Alright, so now we're going to loop over the original string variable, and I'm going to use the for each method. And the reason I'm using this is just because, it's, for me, I feel like it's easier to read and it's, easier to type out than a regular for loop. So we're going to do, and then, so the way the for each, the for each method works just like a regular for loop. So you're going to pass in a callback function here, and the first parameter is going to be the element you're iterating over. So I'm just going to call that word. And then the second parameter that it takes is the index of that element. So I'm just going to use I for that. Okay. And we're going to do a comparison between the longest word and the current word we're looping over. So if word is greater than longest word, and we got to make sure we attach that dot length because we're comparing the length of those words. Okay, so if word dot length is greater than the current longest word we have, we're going to set longest word equal to our current word. Alright, cool. Put a semicolon there. And now we're just going to return our longest word dot length. Let's see. Whoops, I think it's not going because I already solved this, so let me just refresh. Alright. String original is not a function. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I completely missed a step. I said I was going to convert the original string into an array. Sorry about that. So we're going to use the split method. Completely forgot. Because, yeah, so our error was we're doing a for each on this string original, but for each only works on arrays, and currently this is a string, so that's why it wasn't working. So we're going to use the split method to convert it into an array. We're going to split it by a space. So at every space we have in the string, it's going to split that so that we only get the individual words. So now this string original is an array that we can use the for each method on. So if we test this, it should work. All right, so yeah, I think that was a good little debugging exercise. But yeah, so hopefully that helped you guys out. Hopefully this diagram helped out too. I'm just trying out different things, seeing what works. So yeah, so thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good day.